Cardano is redefining the meaning of a ticking time bomb. In the traditional sense, we think of this as something extremely dangerous that without intervention will cause a great deal of harm, compromising the idea of a brighter future. The first principle of blockchain is decentralization and realization of true governance, where the community holds the power to control its growth, spread and destiny. Without governance, this leads to fractured communities and ultimately a vital piece of the decentralization puzzle missing. Bitcoin may have been the first movement enabling people to take back the power from broken financial systems, but like Ethereum, they lack any form of governance or a real plan to implement this, and this is a major flaw, one Cardano acknowledged from its inception. With the most significant update only weeks away, as Cardano takes form into a completely different animal, focus on reaching governance is already well underway. The framework for this is so well thought out and years in the making, it's way ahead of any blockchain in this respect. How can you expect mass adoption without governance? Empowering the people is a fundamental catalyst for global adoption, and Cardano is determined for this to be realised. Whilst we look around and see time bombs exploding across the blockchain industry, IOG keep dropping bombs of a different kind. In the aftermath of Vasil, we're going to witness an explosion of development as we journey through to true governance. The countdown to the biggest bomb is well underway, only this one, rather than leading to devastation, will result in mass innovation and the liberation of people in all corners of the world. Welcome back for today's instalment of Cardano Insights, delivering a fast-paced bite-sized roundup of the all-important Cardano news and ecosystem content from the past 72 hours. Join me as I explore exactly what's been happening at the very pulse of Cardano. So let's get straight into it. First off, and where else to start, IOHK gave us the news that we'd all been waiting for. Yesterday evening, IOG confirmed that the team had successfully hardforked the Cardano testnet, which officially marks the countdown to the Vasil upgrade on mainnet has now started. The version 1.35.0 testnet node crossed the epoch boundary in true Cardano style, and at the time of recording, 4% of block production, that's approximately 600 million ADA state, is now Vasil friendly. Now SBOs, dApp developers and exchanges will continue to finalise testing and the required integrations to be ready for mainnet Vasil hard fork in around 4 weeks' time. Remember, this is a timeframe that the community requested to ensure that they're ready for this significant event. As soon as IOG are confident the ecosystem partners are aligned, the update proposal will be submitted, so watch this space. I'm not sure that the wider crypto community realise the significance of Vasil and how much of an impact this upgrade is not only going to have on Cardano, but its competitors, evolving Cardano into a completely different beast, which is going to lead to an acceleration of use and utility in the aftermath. Everything IOG have produced over the past 7 years has been as a result of careful thought, thorough research and a huge amount of effort. Vasil is no different, and it marks the most ambitious program of work to date, with significant performance and capability upgrades, which include higher throughput through diffusion pipelining, to a much improved developer experience, with enhanced script performance and efficiency. It's important to bear in mind something that I've discussed before on this channel, that the mainnet upgrade will not result in immediately noticeable changes from the average user's point of view. The significance of this upgrade is what's going to occur in the months thereafter. Not only will Cardano now have a far better developer experience, attracting many more to come build from outside of the ecosystem, but the enhancements will now be an enabler for more complex and innovative dApps to be built and deployed. There are already mammoth industry-defining projects waiting in the wings for this upgrade to take place, for example Maladex, Genius Shield, Liquid, Meld, Jed Stablecoin, AADA, and AADA Finance to name but a few. Not to mention the projects IOG themselves are working on, like Lace Wallet and the EVM sidechain Alpha. The DeFi landscape is going to quickly accelerate with the deployment of such dApps and solutions. The tremendous utility this will bring is going to completely revolutionise the Cardano ecosystem, and anyone sleeping on this really hasn't taken the time to piece it all together. If you're paying attention, it's really not hard to see where Cardano is heading, and with the D parameter being removed with this upgrade, it's a truly defining moment in Cardano's roadmap, which will result in it becoming the most decentralised blockchain in existence, if it's not already, paving the way for the first world operating system that's governed entirely by the community. As always, links regarding Vasil are in the description below, and I'll be sure to keep you updated on all the progress here. Now, with Vasil in mind and thoughts of revolutionising DeFi on Cardano, take a look at this interesting partnership announcement from Wingriders and AADA Finance. Before we get into this, as I've mentioned previously, I do hold some AADA, but I only bring you this news because A, it's current, and B, pretty significant, if the DeFi space on Cardano interests you. It's important to note that I invested a lot of time and research into both AADA Finance and Wingriders when they first came on the scene. And announcements like this only further enhance my opinion that AADA Finance is going to be a very successful project on Cardano. As always, I'd encourage you to complete your own research before thinking about investing in any project. Now to the announcement, AADA Finance and Wingriders have confirmed their partnership that will introduce the collateral swap feature on the AADA Finance dApp, courtesy of Wingriders. This will allow users to swap their collateral to ADA when they trigger the loan liquidation and open the door for much needed liquidity on the platform. As you may be aware, AADA Finance will enable users to borrow and lend using all Cardano native tokens. If the collateral of a loan is in any other native token, for example AADA, when liquidated or collateral unlocked, this solution provides the user the ability to convert back to ADA from within the AADA Finance app, making the process smooth, simple and streamlined. This solution couldn't be executed without a fast and reliable AMM DEX, and they couldn't have partnered with a better DEX from this perspective. In addition, a vital feature in the AADA V1 protocol will be liquidation. All lending and borrowing platforms rely on reliable and accurate price confirmations for this to execute correctly. In this regard, Wingriders perfectly fit into the requirements with its fast and secure transactions, considering the DEX as one of the highest TVLs on Cardano, presenting the potential for an accurate liquidation oracle. Hopefully, this will be the start of a growing partnership, and the two projects aim to further explore more collaborations in the future. As AADA highlighted in their article, they envisage this exploration will materialise in other aspects, raising the bar in the Cardano DeFi space. AADA Finance have been pretty quiet on the collaboration front, with so much work and effort going into the development of the protocol, readying it for mainnet release after Vasil. I think as a result, they've definitely gone under the radar of the wider Cardano ecosystem. The innovative NFT bond solution could turn out to be a game changer in DeFi, not only from a security perspective, but also the separate use cases this concept presents, with a potentially explosive secondary marketplace of the bonds being traded. In the event an individual is unable to repay the loan and is going to be liquidated, they can sell the NFT bond for a reduced amount to recover some part of their collateral. The incentive here for the buyer of the bond, as they now hold the NFT bond for the loan at a reduced rate, they can then repay the loan to unlock the collateral and make a quick profit. The NFT bonds are a unique concept and can only be achieved on the Cardano blockchain. Each bond is issued with every loan or debt on the platform. The uniqueness here starts with a loan datum as a proof locked into the NFT, which is not issued to connect with a certain wallet, like lending platforms on Ethereum for example. This is what makes it transferable and also tradable. Now it's no secret that Wingriders have become the most prominent DEX on Cardano, with the highest TVL, stablecoins active, embedded staking in platform, super fast execution and slick UI, not to mention that they're held in extremely high regard by IO themselves. For these reasons, I think the fact that they partnered with AADA Finance definitely gives us an insight to how they've also identified AADA Finance as an innovative project and can see the value in the utility this peer-to-peer lending platform is going to bring the Cardano ecosystem. The version 1 launch to mainnet is expected at the end of July based on a recent AMA, so peer-to-peer lending is coming very soon. I've linked the partnership announcement along with a link to the AADA Finance documentation if you want to complete some research into the protocol. Now to another of Cardano's leading DEXs, and a couple of recent announcements from Minswap. Firstly, this confirmation that Cardano native tokens traded on Minswap are now tracked on CoinMarketCap. This marks a first where Cardano tokens no longer need to be listed on centralized exchanges to get tracked on CoinMarketCap. Projects can list their tokens on Minswap DEX and get tracked automatically. In addition, Minswap also gave us this update that as of the 1st of July you can now harvest ADA together with your Min token and double farm rewards. The ability for liquidity providers to collect their ADA staking rewards has been one of the most requested features for a while now. You'll now be able to stake, withdraw and harvest whenever you want and get ADA rewards along with Min and other double farm rewards immediately. With all this talk of Cardano DEXs, it would be criminal not to mention the first DEX ever to launch on Cardano. Previously we discussed a whole line of developments that would soon be deployed on Muesliswap, and on Friday they announced a big one. Muesliswap confirmed that they've now reached an important milestone in their roadmap, announcing that the Milk ADA liquidity pool is now live. This marks the first step towards delivering their hybrid DEX. Users can now provide liquidity on Muesliswap and earn on transaction fees. Muesliswap, originally an order book style DEX, is now deploying features of an AMM style DEX, increasing its utility and use case further. More liquidity pools will be rolled out in the coming days, and they also promise some more exciting announcements very soon. With the addition of liquidity pools, this will now enable yield farming, and this was also confirmed in the announcements to be made available within the next few weeks, along with the redesign of the webpage. This will mark the start of Muesliswap version 2, and as I always say, the way they conduct themselves in terms of development and engaging with the community still makes them my favourite DEX. Next to something that may have gone under the radar for many, but in my opinion further enhances my belief that the world is really waking up to Cardano and what IO is achieving here. Charles recently featured on the front cover with a large double-page segment on City AM's spin-off sister magazine launch edition, City AM Crypto. City AM is London's most read financial and business newspaper, enjoyed by thousands of workers across the capital each weekday. What was so refreshing about this article itself is how positive the narrative was delivered, and how it encapsulated so many bullish fundamental aspects of Cardano, its achievements, and what's in store in the coming months or years. The article dives into Charles's vision on growth, expectation, and fulfilling long-term potential. In the article, it highlights aspects of the Alonzo hard fork utilising the EUTXO model, taking the reliability of first-generation blockchains and adding that much-needed programmability. Charles highlights Vasil being the defining moment of 2022, and really gets across the point that ADA's true value will be determined by utility, and the growth of the on-chain metrics just continue to increase month on month. Governance was also covered, and in general, for an outsider to Cardano, reading this you couldn't help but want to know more. I'm sure this will definitely get the attention of a lot of the magazine's readers, and if they aren't already, very interested in Cardano. On the whole, it's great to see the launch of City AM Crypto. The UK has made it clear of its intentions to become a hub of innovation when it comes to blockchain, and publications like this will definitely aid adoption with this kind of focus. I've linked the article in the description below, and I'd definitely recommend you go and give it a read. Now, speaking of adoption, and just quickly, we got this from IOHK announcing that early access to selected projects who wish to try the EVM sidechain alpha release is now available. This is exciting, and early access to the testnet is the first step towards Cardano becoming the most secure and performant blockchains for EVM-based projects. When this finally comes to mainnet, I think we're going to see a lot of EVM projects coming over to Cardano, something Charles has often told us they already have a long list of eager participants, so watch this space. Finally, to something a little light-hearted and fun if you fancy a free NFT, Spatula Bros have announced the Spatulaception free NFT mint is happening today at 5 PM Eastern Time. In their words, these legendary weapons disguised as spatulas are taking over the Cardano blockchain. The NFT collection has 3,000 NFTs, is 100% on-chain, and free to mint, where all you have to pay is the transaction fee. This project is brought to us by Spatula Bros, who are also responsible for NFT ranges such as ADA Idiots, Spatula Bros, and Fancy Fortunes, which all sold out and are now only available on the secondary market. They also produced the meme Idiot Coin. So if you like what artists Tobias Fancy and Tyler0971 are producing, then go check out this mint. I've linked the details in the description below. So that's it for another installment of Cardano Insights. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found value in the content, and if you did, please be sure to comment, like, share and subscribe to the channel. Also, I just want to say Happy Independence Day to all the subscribers from the US. I'm sure you'll also be setting off some fireworks in celebration for Vasil. We'll be back soon with your daily roundup, and until then, thanks for watching, have a great day, and as always, keep it Cardano.